Hey, in this episode, I want to talk to you guys about performing and owning the stage. And that stage is whether you are in front of people at a club, bar, or stadium, or you're online looking into a camera. I want you crushing it and connecting with your fans. Let's do this. I spent the last 14 years playing over 1,000 shows, touring 22 different countries, and become a top 40 Billboard charting artist. I fired my record label to go out on my own as an independent artist to market and release my own music, selling thousands of albums and millions of streams. The question I always get is, how did I do it without a label and sell even more music? This podcast is here to show you the way. Join me and follow along as I learn, apply, and share marketing strategies to grow my music business and a loyal fan base. So hey guys, really excited to chat with you about this topic about owning the stage and performing. I've done over 1,000 shows. I've played with a band. I've played with a drummer. I've played by myself with just the iPod. I've played with a DJ. I've done a lot of different shows and really learned how to get my chops up and how to connect with the crowd. And at first I wasn't very good. I didn't know what to say in between songs. I didn't know how to move my hands. I didn't know how to move on stage. I didn't know where to look. And it just took from experience. From all these shows playing, I learned to see what works. And when I would go to festivals and see other performers, I'd be like, wow, look how the crowd is responding to that. Look how he's just engaging the crowd and he's just controlling the crowd. And I'll never forget someone said to me one time, the word MC stands for move the crowd, okay? And, you are the master of ceremonies, whether you're a rapper, a singer, a singer-songwriter, country, it doesn't matter. Like, you are the MC. You're performing on there. You are in control. But what I see happen with a lot of artists, especially, unseasoned ones, is they don't control the stage. They don't own it when they get up there. And honestly, there's been times, even when I've done shows for years, where I stepped on stage and for whatever reason, I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't into it. And I let my nerves get a hold of me and I didn't own it. And there are other times where I just stepped out there and I was just like, I am going to crush this. I'm just going to just kill this thing. You know what I mean? And so one of the first things that I suggest that you do is, confidence. Walk on stage confidently. Like, you don't care. Like, you are going to kill this. Like, you believe in your songs. And confidence comes from practice and rehearsal. A lot of people say when it comes to boxing, it's the fight's not won in the ring. The fight's won in the gym. Well, this is the same thing with you practicing at home and knowing those songs like the back of your hand, knowing everything so that, even if the drummer stops playing or the track cuts out or something happens, that you are just so comfortable, you know where you are, that you can just stay on beat or go with it and just be free. Okay? It's funny, when something does go wrong, I used to freak out and trip out, and that's because I wasn't seasoned. And so I'd get nervous and I'd be like, okay, stop the track, we'll start that over, or, we'll just move on to the next song. But now I remember the last time we had the track cut out or something like that, I would just start freestyling a cappella, or I just tell a funny joke and connect with the crowd and turn it into a moment and turn it into a funny thing that just connects with the crowd more and engages with them even more, as opposed to getting all embarrassed, like, oh, something went wrong, I'm not perfect, wow, surprise, surprise. Guess what? The crowd knows you're not perfect, and the more imperfections that you show, the more they'll connect with you, because guess what? People don't relate to our success as much as they relate to our blemishes and our scars and our tears. You know what I mean? We think seriously that, we always gotta be perfect, and that's not what it's about. Okay, and I'm definitely not saying don't practice and don't be awesome and don't rehearse and don't push for greatness, because yes, you do want to do that, but I'm just telling you, those little things are what we like. I think on Instagram the other day I saw a video somebody posted of Eminem dropping the microphone, and that was awesome. And why do people like that? Because it just shows, oh wow, he's not perfect, he's human too after all. Oh my gosh, one of the greatest rap artists of all time is human. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? And so I really want to encourage you, learn to laugh, learn to have fun, and learn not to take yourself so seriously, and learn to cry too. Learn to be very emotional with your songs and just let it all out. One of those things is telling stories in between your songs. It's so funny to me that some artists are such amazing songwriters and they're really good performing, but then in between songs they have no idea what to say. They don't even think about what they could say or practice or rehearse a powerful little introduction before the song to share the story, as opposed to they just wing it, I went to McDonald's today for lunch and and they just say something really stupid and meaningless, when really that's an opportunity for you to just connect with the crowd and say something awesome that's really gonna impact them and really set up your next song, or something to say after you just sung the song, okay? And so, it's not about just being all like musical and free and whatever. No, this is performing time. This is your stage and your time to just really connect with people. So don't waste that moment, okay? It's a really powerful moment for you to connect. And it's funny, well, it's not funny, but when I would tour, I remember seeing some artists with really crappy songs. Like, honestly, their songs were not that good. They really weren't. But they were so good at performing. They were so good at connecting with the crowd. They would outsell these other artists, even including me, who had better songs. Why? Because they connected with the crowd. They built a fan base. They engaged them and put on a show and was really entertaining. And then, the other guys, and me included at the time, was like, man, like, the music sucks, Why are they selling so much? Why are fans connecting with them? And it's because of their personality, because they were willing to connect. They hung out with their fans. They weren't just performing and the crowd watching, but they kind of like brought the fans with them. They performed with their audience. And this is something that it took me a while to learn. But when I started engaging the crowd, when I would get them involved in the songs, teaching them the chorus before, especially if they didn't know me yet, or I would just teach them the chorus right there on the spot, or I would do a freestyle where I'd get them to all hold up objects. It was always amazing to me. Like the favorite parts of the show, fans would always say, is the time when I freestyled or when I shared my story and I got vulnerable. That was what they connected to the most. Isn't that incredible? And so I want you to think about this. And I do have a course that I'm going to be releasing called Own the Stage. I'll be getting you guys access to that. But if you have more questions about this stuff and you want to just talk a bit with me more, join us at Fanbase University, okay? Because I talk about all kinds of stuff like this that sometimes I forget to talk about, but it's like just so important. I think so helpful to artists. So become a member and you get 2 coaching calls a month. That's fanbaseuniversity.com. And just get that coaching and come hang out with us and learn this stuff. I want to invite you with the hundreds of other artists that are also members of this, and so that we can just continue to grow together. Hey, I believe in you. Go think about what you want to say before the song, after the song. Plan out your show. I do have some more strategies I want to talk about, but I'll save that for another episode. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, especially if you're watching this on YouTube. Let me know and share it with somebody that you think will help up their performance game. All right, peace, y'all. Hey, thanks so much for listening. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and also leave a comment or a review and let me know how I've helped you or what other topics you want me to cover on this podcast. I always read them and it always inspires me to hear your story. And also, if you need more music marketing help or you just need more coaching or you need your questions answered in a deeper way, I have a coaching program called Fanbase University. Go to fanbaseuniversity.com to sign up, because on the 12th and 24th of every month, I answer all your questions, coaching my students, plus you get access to exclusive video training on how to market your music and grow your fan base. Go to fanbaseuniversity.com and start your trial today, and I look forward to helping you grow your career. Cheers.